Hey Eric, Jessica Peterson here. I spoke with Marjorie earlier and she thought you should see this video, okay? So I'm super excited. She said yes to get this to you because I'm going to share with you a few tips you can start applying right away, and it's going to help you guys out so much. So I'm super excited because we've used the same strategy with other restoration businesses and contractors across the U.S., and it has made a huge difference, okay? So we're going to talk about your website. We're going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks, okay? So, Eric, your website is a really critical component to your business. It is more than just a landing page. This can drive traffic to get more customers, and so it has to be built right. You don't just want, like I said, a landing page. Google doesn't rank websites based by appearance, but it does have to have the basic fundamentals, okay? So it needs to have different pages for all your services and service areas. I can't tell by this. You're listed as a restoration company, but based on your website, I can't tell if that's actually what you guys do, or if maybe you're more of a remodeling company. This just doesn't have any information. And so I really didn't know how to gauge this. So I'm going to compare it with restoration. But if you're more on a different service, you can kind of get the concept of what I'm going at here. So Google has little crawlers, which are like little mini robots, and they scan your website looking at images, videos, and written content, okay? So you need a lot of this written content throughout your website. Your homepage is the most important page of your entire website because it's supposed to tie in all your other service pages and service area pages together. It like wraps a pretty little bow around it, okay? So this written content needs to be written around the services that you offer and the local keywords. So if you're doing water damage restoration in Phoenix, you would have to write content around Phoenix water damage restoration Phoenix. People search differently, so you have to capitalize on each of those keywords and write your content around that. Because when Google sends those crawlers, when you don't have that information and you don't have information about the services that you're offering, you don't have any keyword focus, Google has no idea who you are or what you do. So you're missing out on 100% of online business right now. And most people are searching online. The old traditional marketing just doesn't work anymore. So your online presence is huge for you. So you definitely have to have a website built and structured around your services. If we were to look at the top competitor for water damage, just as a comparison, your top competitor in Phoenix is Rocky Mountain Restoration, okay? They've got a nice site. They've got some call-outs here. You can see that they have separate pages for each of their services, residential and commercial. They also have different pages for each of the service areas they serve. They have click-to-call buttons because you need to make it as easy as possible on your customers when they land on your website. They will never search for your information. So you need to have contact forms, call to actions, click-to-calls at the top of your page, but also throughout your website. So no matter where they land, they can contact you. Without that, even if you get people to your website, they're never going to convert and become a customer. So And then these guys do have a little bit of content, not nearly enough. Your homepage should have 1,500 words or more of content, and we have to have more content than our competitors. So if these guys had 1,500 words, you would need at least 1,800 or 2,000 words of content. But we can see here they are going after the local keywords, which is allowing Google to understand the services they offer and where they offer the services. So they've been indexed for these keywords, and they're getting traffic to their website. These guys do have a lot of pages, so altogether they do have a lot of content. These guys are beatable, but it will take quite a while because you have to build out that content and trust with Google. So we have to do better. So we would have more pages, you would have more blogs, more content on a page, and really dial in a keyword strategy. So you're targeting the jobs that you want the most of. Okay. But also when we talk about content, it's not just the content on a website that matters. It's also the content you put on the internet. So that could be social media pages and your Google business profile. All of those things send information to Google. Signals of what you do, what services you offer, and where you offer it. So all of those are important to bring customers to you. Okay. So now we all know that when a customer needs a service, they start with a search similar to this. Okay. And so we want your business to be able to show up when people are searching for that service. And there's three main areas that can happen. That is in Google ads. Those are cost per click ads and local service ads. About 10% of people or so click through on those ads. This next section gets even more traffic. This is your Google business profile or the Google map pack. Okay. This is a really important section because 30% of all online searchers come straight to this map pack here and contact one of these top 3 companies. So if your business profile is not one of these top 3 companies, then you're leaving money on the table and you're sending every single job to those competitors. So in order to get in this top 3, there's several factors, but the most important are citations, and that is simply listing your business name, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Glassdoor, and even your social media pages are considered citations as well. So we need a lot of those citations. We need more than our competitors are doing. And this third section here is the most important section. This is called your organic section. And it's important because 60 to 70% of people will skip over ads. They'll skip over your map area here, and they come straight here to the organics. And so your business has to show up here. If you're not showing on this first page here in the organic section, you're leaving 60 to 70% of your monthly business on the table. So you're losing out on hundreds of traffic and tons of potential jobs every single month because your website has not been built and optimized to get that traffic. Okay? This can be like a digital ATM machine for you if it's done correctly. So now, once you have your content and your website built out, you have to support that with SEO backlinks, okay? So this program here is a paid program we use called Ahrefs that tells us how your website performs. And we can see here you have a rating of a 1.6 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, meaning Google does not trust your business and your website. And that's partly because your website doesn't have anything on it, and more so because of the power you're sending to your website. Like all your tools that you use, everything requires power. And we give your website power by getting backlinks. So we need a lot of backlinks. We need to push these backlinks every single month to power your website. But not all backlinks are created equal. We only want the good quality do follow backlinks that are closely related to the services that you offer. So they could be coming from websites from other home service businesses, vendors, magazines, etc. So you want to go after those good quality backlinks. You could go after something like Pizza Hut or Burger King because they're high ranking and authority websites. But because you don't serve food, it's actually looked at as spam for you and actually would hurt you more than it would help you. So we have to focus on the good backlinks, and we need more than our competition is doing. And when you do that, that's going to increase the score. It's going to build Google's trust in you so it can promote your website. And it will also help rank those keywords so people search, they can actually find you online. But because you don't really have a website, you have no content, you've got 0 keywords that have an index so nobody can search and find you, and you have no traffic coming to your website. Your target doesn't get any traffic from any type of location, okay? So it's really, really important you work on these strategies. If we looked at your competition here, they have a rating of a 28 with over 2,000 backlinks, okay? And because they have all those pages, they have an index for over 1,500 keywords, and they're getting over 4,000 people to their website every single month. Now, if we were to look at Phoenix just for water damage, and like I said, people search differently. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variations of the same water damage in Phoenix. And it's over 1,200 searches every month just for this one service that you're missing out on by not having all these systems in place. So now, is it possible to beat Rocky Mountain? Absolutely it is, but it will take time. You do have to follow each of the tips I've provided, build out that website, and then you could have the opportunity to actually dominate for the services you offer in the areas that you serve. And please feel free to take this information, run with it, start applying it today, and start driving those customers to your website and having more jobs every single month. But if you want to focus on what you do best and have a partner to help you get there, at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty. And we specialize in working with contractors just like you guys. So please feel free to respond to my email, ask any questions, or give us a call. We would be happy to chat with you. Thank you so much for watching, Eric, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.